Hey, what's up, everyone? You're currently tuned into TBD on KCSB FM 91.9 in Santa Barbara and netnetradio.com, Tijuana. Today, Lietoc and I are joined by Unifactor tape label boss, prolific collaborator, and drummer of Cloud Nothing's Jayson Gerycz. You say your name like Gersh, right?
It's like garish.
Garish? Okay, I should have
Yeah.
asked before we started, but yeah, dude.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyways, so Jayson, how has your September been, dude?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I'm just I don't know. Just kind of hanging.
Have
chilling.
you gone to like any shows or anything recently? Like, is there been anything notable
Have
that
I gone to any shows? No.
Oh, you haven't?
Not outside of the ones I played. Not really.
There we go. But have you been playing shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't played a show. I played a show with Matt and Jen.
Oh yeah.
With Talons, our friend Mike. And that was really awesome.
Yeah, how was that?
It was incredible.
That's sick.
I love seeing Mike play, so that ruled.
Yeah.
You should check out Talons.
Yeah, I'll have to check out Talons. I saw that on like the flyer that they posted.
I think he'd be into it.
That's cool.
It's good stuff. But yeah, aside from that, not.
Have you started
like in that hunkered down, just like jamming remotely and
yeah, that's dope.
Like it's kind of weird.
Everybody's been bringing out their inner postal service for like the last like year and a half, 2 years almost.
Yeah.
Have you started doing like bigger gigs with like Cloud Nothings or anything yet?
We did a tour, which was really cool. We took Manas with us, Tashi and Tom. That was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't very long. We played 9 shows.
Okay.
But we played New York, so that was slightly bigger,
Yeah,
playing in like, I don't know, we also played in Milwaukee. New York was bigger than Milwaukee.
Oh damn, that's sick.
But yeah, none of the shows were like super huge, but it was kind of cool to play shows again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does it feel like coming back after just not playing for so long?
It felt really, really good. I gotta be honest, I missed it.
Were you doing like any of the like virtual stuff, like at all? Any of like the live stream gigs and stuff?
Yeah, I did a couple solo ones it was fun because I was like, I don't know, I need something to do.
Yeah,
but that wasn't my favorite way to jam, I guess.
I know that like it's like interesting since we've been doing a lot of these like interviews and stuff like since I don't know, pretty much during COVID, times. But like it's interesting because like every artist has like a mixed response where it's like I do them or like I was doing them and then I was like I don't know if I like this. Like it's very like lonely. Like
yeah. Well, a lot of the ones that I would like to do, I need to have the people in the room with me.
Yeah, exactly.
So like to do it a streaming thing for me, I'd have to just do it solo, and I do that every once in a while, but I'd rather play with another person.
Yeah.
Like I love doing that. So
yeah,
it was kind of weird, but I did a couple tape loops and making some noise.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
That's sick. Yeah, Maddie, you have any comments or anything?
No comments at the time. I mean, not yet.
Should we?
This is it. This is the life we're currently in. Our boxes still.
Do you want to take us into the next one?
A little bit there. I mean, to kind of start things off, usually, especially with a case like Mr. Jayson Gerycz over here, I think we're interested just, in your beginnings as a musician, some of the formative music moments, especially your introduction into kind of the DIY stuff that you've been doing in the Midwest.
Just like how I got into playing shows around here.
I mean, I guess
shows around here, and then maybe a little bit into a label that you might be associated with.
Yeah, like how did you like get into? I guess like I don't know. Like, what was your introduction to like free music and improvisation? Like, how did you start doing all this stuff? Like, when was it? Like, what was your like formative?
What did I first see? Well, when I was really young, my dad took me to see like some this, I forget what it was called. It was like this jazz festival in like it was in Pennsylvania. I can't remember. It was at some ski resort. Very weird thing. I was very excited. I didn't play music at all, but it was all like, but like Alphonse Muzan played and like Larry Coryell. And it was like some really like, it was like some really crazy jammers, you know?
Yeah.
And I got to see them play, and that was essentially all just free, like improv, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're playing some licks or something, but it was wild to do that. But so like that happened. I was pretty young. Like I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10. I don't know. But then there was just like locally, just I have so many friends that have been doing it forever, you know?
Yeah.
That like Cleveland has like a really old kind of like scene, I guess. As far as there's like tape labels like Wagon and Pizza Night.
That's sick.
Familiar with those ones at all? Like
Pizza Night's come up a few times on the show for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pizza Night's like classic. That's my good friend Sam. He lives
that's
here.
Sick.
Yeah.
John Elliott, who runs Spectrum Schools, ran like Wagon.
Yes.
The Emeralds dudes, you know, like it's all like some classic stuff, and those are all like my good friends. So
oh wow, that's
like,
sick.
Just seeing like what they were doing back when, you know, and I just kind of wanted to keep that going at least. But
so at like what point did you like, I guess, start like, you know, start playing music?
Start playing music. I was pretty young. I have an older brother who was into music, so I got into like, you know, like your classic like Smashing Pumpkins, like Nirvana, like, you know, just like rock, like through having an older brother.
That
so
sub pop scene stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, it just kind of like you just get into stuff. You know, people show you some weird stuff. Next thing you know, like you're seeing like Aaron Dillaway and Chris Corsano, and you're like, "Wow, this is crazy!" Like, you know, But yeah,
that's cool, man. So like, did you like join any bands or anything? Like, when did you start? Like, I guess like starting like bands and stuff. I don't know.
Started playing in bands probably a little later. I was like 19 when I started playing in like some funny indie rock bands.
Yeah, nice.
And then yeah, like I was kind of late, I guess. I played drums for a long time, but wasn't really in bands or anything. I just kind of like had a drum set.
You just play?
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing, but
yeah,
I liked doing it. But
that's awesome. Yeah, we'd hope that you like it. Yeah,
just like I'm gonna make some noise, but really my passion is the curation.
Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy doing that. So, and now somehow,
that's awesome, dude.
I'm still doing it. Yeah,
that's sick. So did you stay? Have you just like stayed pretty much in like the Midwest, like the whole time, like playing and whatnot? Just like got involved
in like a little south of Cleveland, in a town called Medina.
Nice.
Okay.
And I live up in Cleveland now. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
You did it. You made it.
Yeah.
Bridges there.
Yeah. It's great, but yeah, that's where I met like Matt and Jen.
Yeah.
I mean, Dylan, you know, like
the
legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have another thing coming out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I was actually, that's what I did today and I was like, I don't know how to talk about this, but but yeah, I was just assembling these records for the third duo LP.
Oh, wow.
I'm really excited about it. This is the first time I've talked about it at all, aside from. Is
this another American Dreams production? Are you
No, it's a release with my friend Ben Cutler.
Oh yeah, I actually just listened to a podcast episode that you did with Ben Cutler. I believe, right?
Sophie's podcast?
Yeah, dude. I was just like, what we always do is like we just try and like find stuff that other people have talked about and whatnot. And I came across like, what was it called? Like the Dovecast or something like that?
Yeah, Dovecast, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Sophie?
What was that?
Do you know Sophie?
We actually don't know Sophie, but I was like, I followed them on Instagram. What was that?
Psycho Friend.
Oh, is that? I don't know if I'm familiar.
I'm familiar with the project. Not yet.
She had a record on PPM.
Dude, maybe I have seen Psycho Friend. I don't know. It sounds really familiar,
it's great. You gotta check it out.
We'll check it out, dude. Yeah, that was the first time. But that was two people that I found listening to that podcast that I've never heard of before. There was Sophie and then also Ben. So
Ben was, wanted to do this record for Dylan and I, and we've just kind of like, I just got him today. I'm excited about it.
That's so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that Ben had a label too.
It's I think it's like the first release. He's been doing a podcast.
Yeah, because I know that I've looked up his podcast on like SoundCloud or whatever. Yeah,
Computer Music for Dorks.
Yeah, exactly. The Computer Music for Dorks.
Yeah, that's what the label's called too. So.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's so sick.
MFD.
Here it is. That's cool. So I guess that kind of like brings us into like the next one. So that stuff that you're doing with Dylan and stuff, that's all like improv, right?
Yeah.
That's
all extremely improv. We don't really, we just kind of just like, okay.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what the catalyst was for the first, rendition of the Dylan, or the Baldy Gerycz duo here, and how you guys ended up getting Car Park to probably release the most improvisational thing they've had in a decade since a Dan Deacon.
That was pretty funny. Dylan was like living at my house, and he had just moved to Philly, and I was like, oh, bummer, I miss him. So it was like we played this show right before he left with Leia. You know that band?
I know like, Leia just because like you guys were talking about it on the podcast again. That's like the first,
Well, they're great. NNA Tapes did their record.
Shout out to NNA Tapes.
Nice.
Yeah, well, check that record out. It's incredible. But I set up a show for them, and I was just like, I'll put me and Dylan on it. And we just like improvised. That was the very first time we did like the sax and drum thing.
Oh, that's so sick.
Just sax and drums. And then I was like, oh, I miss Dylan. I'm just going to book this little tour, and we'll just like go rip some gigs together. Like, So we were doing that. And then we were playing in DC. We played at Rhizome.
Oh yeah. That's like the one that Luke Stewart's affiliated with, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but it's like an awesome house. My friend Nate Scheibel was part of it. But anyway, we played there, and Todd, who runs Car Park, came out to see us because he's like,
nice.
That's sick.
And then it was kind of funny because afterwards he said to me like in passing, he was like, I'd put that out. And I just kind of laughed at him and like walked by. And I was like, yeah, okay, Todd. I went outside and like smoked some weed or something. And then
that's so funny.
Fast forward like a couple months, me and Dylan had recorded, and I was like going over it. And I was like, I guess like I'll just send it to Todd. He said he would put it out. So I sent it to Todd, and he was like, okay. And I was like, it was just that easy. I don't know what to say about it. Like,
that's so funny, dude.
I think he was excited to see me and Dylan play like that after like working with Cloud Nothings for as long.
Yeah.
That's really lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
So I guess like how do you approach like improv and collaboration like for like all of the other projects that you've done and stuff? So like say someone like, I don't know, how does it even happen? Does someone hit you up and they're just like, hey Jason, we should jam or something? Or is it kind of just like how you said before where it's just like off the cuff, like I guess we'll do this, like let's rip some gigs.
The improv stuff is usually just like when me and Rosalie made the Monocot LP, we just hung out and jammed like for like three days, and you always feel weird kind of going into it, at least I do. I don't know, or you're just depends who you're playing with, but that one was kind of like I don't know what to do or how to play or whatever. We never played together. Like with Dylan's a little different. I've played with him a bunch. Like it's a little different improvising versus like actually playing a song that's written out, but it's always different and fun. But yeah, usually you just kind of get together and talk about it a little bit and just play. Playing with like Jen and Matt is definitely one of the most challenging.
Yeah.
Because they're so quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, They never specify they're so quiet.
Yeah, I never knew that, actually. It's funny to hear it from your perspective now. Like, how was that?
I absolutely love playing with them, but I feel like I'm just so loud.
Oh, I see.
It's like a dulcimer and an acoustic guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Like kick drum and snare drum, and it's like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that one's like really fun because like I play like this real gentle.
It's fun to listen to a few of the tracks on Beacon or go back to those because you do provide a bit of this motion to those tracks. I love the opening piece, and when your drums come in, it's like, oh, we're moving now. We're on a roller coaster. We're getting ready.
Honestly, it's sick. Yeah, I feel like it's like a really nice compliment to like the duo stuff that they usually do.
Yeah, it's so fun to do.
Yeah,
but in the when we're actually like down there like jamming together in the basement, I feel like I just I feel I'm just too loud and I just ruin it.
Yeah.
I always feel I'm being too loud. Like the drums are too loud for this, but it works, and we're figuring out how to like, integrate just the loudness of the drum set overall.
Yeah. So I was going to say, how is it playing live? Like, I feel like when you're in like a studio too, like if something's too loud or whatever, you can obviously like manipulate the sound, like post process or whatever. But like when you're like playing a gig or something, how do you manage that?
We've played a few gigs now.
Yeah.
And they're all drastically different. Like we played at the Grog Shop in Cleveland, which is kind of like a venue like Cloud Nothings would play.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we're playing like this like quiet, like kind of psychedelic, like droney folk shit.
Yeah.
And this like really loud PA. And it was like really weird because like the quiet level was never quiet enough for me.
Oh, really?
The stage volume was so loud.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's different every time.
Yeah.
But it's really fun every time. You just kind of like deal with it. Like it's like, oh, I can't get super quiet, so I have to play in this register or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. I always thought like listening to like, I guess like your trio with them or whatever, it's so crazy to me because like when I first found out, like started reading about that and stuff, I had no idea that was improv at all. Like, I don't know, it just flows so well. I'm serious, dude. Like it doesn't sound like improvised to me, which is crazy. Like, I don't know, Maddie, if it was the same for you.
Matt and Jen are extremely like good at playing together.
Yeah, no, they for sure are.
So like, yeah, they're locked in. So, I don't know, they start ripping and it gets wild. But
yeah,
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it really is. The new one, the American Dreams record, is there's like a track that we kind of wrote, obviously.
Yeah.
But all the other ones are just improv. Like everything that happened in the moment.
It's sick too because I can show like, I don't know, I hate saying this word, but like normie or my friends that don't appreciate just like weird music and stuff. Like I could show them this record. And I have, and they're like, dude, this is sick. Who is this? And I'm like,
oh, we make normie music.
Yeah. And I'm just like, you usually talk shit about the stuff that I play, but then I play this and you're like, this is actually cool. Like,
I also feel that way as well. I work at a place that is service industry based that also is in a small town, and we play a lot of folk music or stuff. And this fits very perfectly in there.
Oh my God.
It's vastly superior than hearing country covers of The Cure's Just Like Heaven.
Oh just God, that's a thing, dude. What?
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's sick. Anyways, Maddie, do you want to take us into the next question or the next topic or whatever?
I will. I want to dive deep into Unifactor. I want to go through the books here on Unifactor. I pulled up my little library tabulation of some Unifactor tape.
Holy shit.
Oh, there's people that have more. But first, we'll get to the start here. Unifactor. So you kind of hinted a bit of the idea, a bunch of Cleveland tape labels that you definitely seen through the late aughts, early 10s, like Pizza Night. But where did the idea truly come in your mind from? Why also batches of 3 with different artists every time?
I honestly, all right, the original idea was very complicated, and I was just like, that's too ridiculous. I was really into comics at the time.
Yeah.
I still am, but like I was like really, really into them, like just buying them all the time. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep buying this many comics.
This is me.
I had slowed down and I just had to keep buying records. But so the original idea was really complicated, and I was like, that's not going to work. I don't feel like talking about what it was, but but then I landed on batches of 3. Mm-hmm. The batches were like classic because all like my buddies' labels I was talking about that did it back in the day, they'd always release things in batches. Now the artwork wasn't necessarily curated or whatever, but it was still like batches, and batches are still like a normal thing. People do that, but at least I think so. Maybe it's not. Batches are,
it feels almost like a lot of labels have been moving away almost, or that kind of stuff is going, like Crash Cymbals doesn't do batches. Astral Spirits only has had one this year, and Astral Editions really hasn't done any of the sort.
Yeah, no, I know. There's oh man. So yeah, batches are dying.
Yeah, I was going to say, I only know of like 2 labels that do batches, to be honest, that I keep up with.
Refulgent, Sepulcher, White as Sepulcher, I forget which one of those, but one of them did a batch with Weather. I know that.
No, like, I don't know. The batch was more just a way to, like, you release 3 artists and you can get hype on the small run of something by having these 3 people all direct energy at it early on, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, just the artwork idea was just like, this will just be cool. Like, you know, like we started with my friend Ryan did some artwork, and it was cool. We liked it, and then we're like, oh, let's try a different thing for the next 3, because the next 3 tapes are kind of like a different vibe. And then I just kept doing it like that. I don't know. And then I guess you do something long enough, it becomes like a thing, you know?
Yeah.
5 years of it. Yeah. Unifactor is officially 5 now.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
We just
congrats!
5. Isn't that insane?
Happy birthday!
45 tape. Wait, is that right? Yeah, over 45.
Yeah, 47.
Oh hell yeah!
That's where we're at.
And I don't know. When I first found out about the label, it came from one of the band camping pieces, an Aquarium Drunkard, and I think it was their winter one for 2019. That had High Aura, and I bought the last. I bought the last one of these from.
You got the last one?
I did get the last one. I remember like making sure I had money in my bank account for that.
I remember being like, I can't believe I still have this High Aura tape around.
I thought that was some of the most fantastic. I've listened to that one a lot, and then I bought the Shells tape right after on Discogs because I was also blown away by those pieces. Shells came through Santa Barbara 2 years ago, and I didn't even realize, it's the Shells that released on Unifactor.
We didn't know who Shells was. Like, Shells just...
like the best.
She's so cool. Like, I remember, like, just...
Shells 2, that LP that she did, is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, Shells 2? Oh, yeah. We got that at the library.
Yeah.
Great one.
Yeah,
Shells 2, all day.
Shelly's so chill. And, like, when she came through to play, we had no idea, like, who she was or anything. She was just at the DIY gig. Yeah. Anyways. And then like Maddie was like, dude, like, have you seen these tapes? Like, and I was like, oh, what the heck? Like, it's crazy. Anyways. But
as I guess, cause I've been then kind of casually following bits of the label. Sometimes I buy a batch, sometimes I buy one, but really in the last year specifically, the just not the consistency or the deviations between the fact is like, this is going to be an electronic batch. This is going to be like a folk batch. This is going to be a noise batch has become more and more ingrained into the label, or at least it's like really definitive what you're getting when you commit. And at least with this batch 15, you did your first repress.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was the story behind that? I guess.
Well, it sold out in 4 days. And I was like,
shit.
I was just like, that's too fast. Usually like they usually sell like, or like the fast ones that are like selling really fast, like sell out like in a month or something. And then I'm like, oh, that's probably enough. Like everyone's, I don't know. Maybe I should have repressed those ones too. There's a bunch that sold out quick that I should have repressed, but
shout out to the machine listener.
Oh,
badge, that
Matthew. One. That tape I should have repressed. That's another one I should have repressed.
Considerations. It really was.
Considerations.
Yeah, that tape's incredible, bro.
And
that patch is really good.
I guess that it's like when you are curating these batches, do you go in there kind of with a definitive plan? Is there to you like subtle references or stuff that you're kind of doing with them? How do you just know it's like
sometimes it seems like maybe there's a theme, like an ambient batch or a guitar batch, or, but like honestly, it's just like 3 tapes that I would like to listen to in a row is generally like the goal that I'm trying to, like I'm trying to curate your evening of like just jamming tapes.
That's sick.
Jamming tapes. Like I don't know how many people are just jamming 3 tapes in an evening, but if you are, like maybe you'd want to listen to these 3. That was kind of the idea about it.
Do you have like artists in mind for each batch where you're just like, I would like to listen to these 3 artists at the same time, like, and then you hit them up, or like, how do you go about that?
It just sort of like falls into place. Sometimes there's like things that are like I don't know. Like the most recent batch, like the one that got repressed, that one was supposed to be like, I had a whole different idea for the artwork and for one of the tapes. And then I ended up last minute just being like, I'll just do this.
Yeah.
And then it worked out great. I don't know. So yeah, the John Collins tape's amazing.
They've been fun. They've been fun to play. Probably my favorite though, that was your improv of all of the 3.
Me and Tony?
Yes, the Percussionist there.
Yeah.
I think the bird sounds and the chimes on it are really beautiful. It works in a space.
Oh, thank you. I'm really proud of that one.
Yeah, that one was good.
And then also this one, at least, this is a question personally, I think, from the tabs out guys. Is it UFO or is it just UF0 for the catalog?
Those guys. So it's UF0.
Okay.
So those guys are very observant, which I love that about them. It's incredible. There was one batch, and it was the one where I had Christina Carter did the artwork
of the Charlene Beats.
Yeah, and
got the Jordan.
That was the Flanger Magazine, Jordan Reyes, and Wilted Woman batch.
Oh yeah.
So Chris Flanger Magazine, he did the layout, and I didn't catch it. Maybe he didn't catch it. Maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. We never talked about it, but he wrote UF0 or UFO, like actually an O, and it's supposed to be a 0, like the number, not the letter.
The repress will rectify this issue and cause a buyer's
market. Did I repress it?
No, I say yes. So when you do repress it, you will fix that.
No. I think it has to stay.
All right.
That batch got a special catalog number.
That's good.
This is kind of like, I guess, moving back to like when we first started talking about this. You said that you're really into comic books. Were you into Skin Graft records?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like the comic book and like label reference, like Skin Graft used to be like a comic book like press or something like that. Like
yeah, definitely. That's some classic stuff there.
Yeah, Skin Graft is really cool, and I remember like I was really into Skin Graft. That's
kind of like in your zone, isn't it?
What was that?
Or is that San Diego, or where is that?
That would be my zone.
Yeah, I know that the only like big label that really came out of Santa Barbara was Ebullition. They did like all of the hardcore, yeah. But yeah, I remember just like finding a bunch of like Skin Graft stuff in the library, and like it came with like comic books and stuff. So crazy, like 7 inches that came with comic books. It's so sick.
Yeah, that's Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to ask because I was like, oh, dude, comic book is. I wonder if he was into Skin Graft at one point, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, Maddie, do you have anything else that you want
to? I mean, I guess. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, do you have a favorite? You have so many of like the.
I don't.
You have like so many of like the.
All changes. There's ones that I listen to, but there's so many good ones.
You have
it's like I really do think about the New Hard Folk tape a lot, though.
That's the one out of that batch I don't have, and I'm looking right at it right now. And just
you don't have that one?
I got the Hyorid, and then I went to Discogs for shells, and that was it. It was 2019. Times were different.
Well, I mean, there's so many good tapes.
There are.
I've been lucky to do, like, I don't know. There's so many jammers on the roster. It's crazy.
It's fascinating though to look back because you have like Forest Management, you've got Mux, do you have Tiger Village or CDX, one of Tim's projects?
I don't actually. I jam with Tim though. Maybe I could do that stuff. Me and him did a collab where it was like my drumming was triggering his synths.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah, we did it at VOV the one year. Ever hear of that festival?
No, what is that?
It's like a noise fest that happens in like West Virginia.
Oh wow,
nice.
That's sick.
It's been around for a while, but we did that once there, and that was wild. But we recorded it too, like when we were practicing at my house.
And do you think at any point you're going to possibly do a vinyl or CD for the label?
Oh yeah, I am.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do wax. I personally, I like records. I collect records. I love tape.
We can see. Yeah. We can see. We got some records over there.
We got some. Oh my god, that is insane, dude. That is crazy.
I like records a lot. I love tapes. I have so many tapes, but I personally like enjoy the wax. But yeah, I would love to do wax.
I mean,
when I started the label, I didn't really think about it being around even this long.
Yeah.
Like, so that was never an idea, or I don't know. It's just like whatever, just kind of goofing off, and just kept goofing off. And fast forward 5 years, and now maybe we'll put out a record.
You're gonna have to find a plant.
There's gonna be a record. It's coming soon. I got a plant.
Oh hell yeah! I'm so stoked. You're gonna have to find a plant that's like not backed up for 3 years or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, they're all just really backed up. Well, it takes like 9 months or something. Just 9 months.
Yeah.
It's all part of the master plan.
Yeah.
It's just 9 months. Like, just wait.
God.
Just be patient.
Yeah, just be patient. I know Jordan Reyes was saying he has like hookups at like his pressing plant or something like that. So that's how he's able to turn like records around all the time still. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Anyways.
Well, that's incredible.
You're gonna have to hit up Jordan, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the pressing plant he uses when I was in Chicago, and they seem pretty backed up.
Oh, really?
I don't think they're gonna give me any in front of the line passes.
Yeah,
but maybe I could try.
Just do a set for them. Just
feel like
make some music there.
I recorded that stuff for this. Yeah, it's I did it with my friend Noah Depew. It's a
new Noah.
Thing called Ley Lines, and Matt and Jen actually put our tape out.
Oh, really?
On Sundecker, yeah.
Matt and Jen have a label?
Yeah, I actually have a little stack one right here.
Oh, dude, seriously, we should have asked them about that, Maddie. I totally didn't know.
Oh my god,
it's not hard to see, but
Ley Lines, there it is,
dude. Yeah. That is so cool. Like, how did we miss that, dude?
Yeah, it's like this guitarist Noah. He's amazing. He does other stuff too, but he'll probably have some stuff on Unifactor hopefully sooner.
Oh, that's later. Amazing. So,
we jam. And
that's sick. Well, I mean, I guess like we could put this part in the interview too. Like, do you guys want to talk about like or do you want to talk about like the process for like your jam again?
Me and Noah?
Yeah, you and Noah.
It's just complete improv.
That's sick.
He's a shredder, amazing guitarist. I mean, that's just what it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm stoked to hear it.
Yeah, I think it's like it.
Yay!
So should we jump into our next topic, Maddie?
I think we should keep taking stock and maybe chat a little bit about Cloud Nothing's Bandcamp Fridays in 2020, just generally how y'all were approaching it in terms, because it really was a year for the band to take stock of just what the hell was going on. You guys started a subscription service, started uploading a bunch of concerts, and then crafted a pandemic album, and then made another album with a famous producer, engineer person that plays Scrabble. But in regards though, really just when you guys were looking at kind of shutdown with COVID for live gigs and everything, how were you approaching Bandcamp? What did you think about opening up this archive of concerts to fans possibly?
I was really scared when I'm sure everyone was. I was really scary when everything just shut down. It was really freaky, especially being an artist, like, and this being like our livelihood, and being like, it's over. Like, good luck, essentially.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like,
unemployment figured out for a while, like the whole thing was fucking scary. But I had been. For a while, I was like really into recording all of our sets. I would take this like H4n around, and I would record the room, but then I would get a stereo feed from the board. So I would just like record like every Cloud Nothing set, and I did that for a while. And I had this hard drive full of just all these live gigs, and I was just like, well, I don't know, maybe we can sell these. Maybe someone would buy these, like, and we could maybe pay our bills. Like that was just kind of scary. And so I went through all those, which is really fun and kind of weird because we couldn't play gigs, so it was kind of a weird time. Looking back on all the gigs we did once play, right? It was interesting. But I ended up coming up with like 27 shows that were like usable, that I felt like maybe you could hear the whole show and it was recorded well enough that would work. But I don't even think Bandcamp Day was a thing yet, or maybe that was like the first one and we just happened to luck out with that. Because they like surprised the Bandcamp Day thing. Now it's I remember because there was the March date that they quickly threw together and they were like, well, we're gonna just start doing this every month. And that one was really early though. We were like super early on that for the live series. And I don't know, that was cool. And then that whole year was fucked up. Dylan and I just started emailing full on postal service style. Just like,
there you go.
We were just like, let's make a fucking record. Like, what else are we going to do? Like, I don't even know if we were like planning on releasing it or not. We were just like, what else? Like, I don't know. This is our version of hanging out. You know?
And at this point, I mean, what a lot of it kept getting throwback, or people were like, oh, it's like the Pathetic tapes that they had done a decade prior. They're back to just like kind of hanging. It's like, did that feel somewhat apt to you guys in any sense?
I think I would say so. Like Dylan did all that stuff back, like the Pathetic stuff. Like that was all just Dylan. Now it's just
Sam.
But so this stuff felt like he was. Like we were meeting like that same output, like that amount of just music. It was a lot of music. We were making like over 2020, we released 4 songs every month for a year. So we did 48 songs just doing that. And then we did we self-released a record, The Black Hole Understands, which was 10 songs. And then we did another subscriber-only record, which is all 10 more fresh songs. So right there is 68 songs.
That's so crazy.
I made like just postal service style.
And we didn't get one more.
And it was a lot of work.
True.
It was cool though. I feel like we learned a lot and we got better. And some of those songs I really do love.
Yeah, like
a lot. I love them all. Like it is.
How'd you guys pull that off? Like, I just think that's so crazy. Like 60 something songs. Like, I definitely
am a psycho. Like somehow he can just write. Like,
like how can you like just pull that much
songs? Like, but then like writing drums that many songs is exhausting, and then trying to mix them all was like also just like I was like getting burned. I was just like, what the hell? But we were just like, let's do it. We got it.
You guys channeling like some Robert Pollard energy there or something?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Dylan's always been able to do that. So
that's crazy, bro. This is like a
melodic, prolific dude. Like, so it's challenging keeping up with someone's, songwriting abilities like that. But we did it and we delivered. I don't know. I think some people liked it. It got us through a year, like
for sure.
It gave us something to do and look forward to like every month, you know, like we essentially had to finish one song a week, like write, record, mix. And we did that. It was pretty fun.
That's so wild. It's like, I don't know. It's like a full-time job at that point. It
really felt like one.
Yeah, like that's literally like
because Bandcamp turned into what it did, like we were doing everything. Like I was doing all this mail order and shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like fuck ton of mail order. Like all of a sudden, like I'm like a fucking fulfillment center.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it was like insane. And then also jamming a bunch. It was wild. Yeah.
Dude,
being scared to go to the grocery store. You know?
Yeah, right.
Like there was like that was a scary era.
Dude, that Cloud Nothing's 9 to 5, dude. Like Cloud Nothing's Incorporated.
Yeah.
Cloud Nothing's LTD.
But yeah, actually the Albini record, we recorded that right before the pandemic.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, like literally we were in Chicago early. It was like, I want to say like, it was the third week of February, 2020.
Oh man. Great week.
Like, it was like literally like 2 weeks before, or like a month before like complete shutdown. But like so many people were talking about it. I remember we were like even being like, "Whoa, what's this COVID shit?" You know, like,
yeah.
Because nobody really knew, but we were like, we're making a record. We had just been on tour. We were out west we did that before the Cursive. And then
damn.
Yeah, and then we came back home and went and recorded. And then the world shut down.
Yeah.
And did that also include like all of the backing vocals, kind of just everything, or was it just like, okay, it's recorded now, we got to mix, master, and like?
No, everything was done. We did everything. Yeah, it was done. All of it was done in 5 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's Albini record. It was like the fastest we've ever been in the studio for an album ever. He had like a 5-day window, and we just wanted him to be like the one mixing it. So
and was it because whenever I hear about Albini mixer stuff, like in interviews with Bully, where she talks about, you know, the intern stuff and why she was great at that, or talking Laura Jane Grace's interviews about her 2020 album with Albini and how it's like 2 mixes and then like that's the track because he's getting mad. Is it for you guys just like, we got these songs, we're doing like one take?
Well, the thing is we never really allowed ourselves like unlimited time. Like he straight up told us that we should come back and mix the record with someone else. He was like, I don't have enough time to do like, and we were like, oh, but do you? And he was like, oh, I mean, I could make it happen. And we were like, well, let's make it happen. And then we made it happen. He had to mix 11 songs in 2 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he did it. And it was exhausting for all of us. Like you can't even like, your ears are fried.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you know, you hear like the same song like 3 times, your ears are kind of toast. You know? I don't know. You know, you do that all day, like, yeah. But hey, I mean, that's the record. And then COVID happened, and
that's
and Kurt said we're putting out the duo first. They said this is it.
The duo thing was talked about before the duo thing was all done before we even went and did recorded with Steve.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was like already in the works, and they were like, we can have it come out really quick if you want. We were like, okay. We were like, sure. It's just us. Like, are you serious? Are you going to put this out? And I did, yeah.
So, I guess like how was it working with just Steve Albini? Like as a legend, like was it sick? Like was this like something you guys wanted to do for like ever?
He's incredible at what he does.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, his studio sounds amazing.
Yeah.
If you play drums, like it's like that's your dude. You know.
Yeah.
The drums.
Like, very much.
Yeah, the drums are going to sound like the drums sound. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And so. It's just it's a real treat to work with someone like that who's so, you know, I mean, what am I going to say to that guy? He's done everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like just like, I'm just going to listen to whatever he thinks is the right thing. And it's probably the right thing, you know?
That's cool.
Again, like it's now, I mean, Attack on Memory's coming up on a decade. And I found out about that album, I mean, years later, because I'm slow to a lot of shit just generally. But the quote that, you know, is associated with that and about, Dylan Baldy, like, Albini played Scrabble, and then Albini at least verifying to some extent in an AMA. Yes, I do read like manuals or I play Scrabble just because I will get like too involved in the process if otherwise.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just a fun, I don't know. I'm bringing up that tidbit again because I know y'all have worked with him before. And I know a lot of,
guess what? They didn't. Hey, all I have to say is he didn't play Scrabble the second time.
Huge.
I don't know if it's because we were really rushed. You know, we didn't have a lot of time, but there was no Scrabble.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see
I know. I was hoping, but it didn't happen. And I don't know. It probably has nothing to do with, you know, what you had mentioned, but
yeah,
there was no Scrabble round 2.
Darn.
File that one away.
Let's move that away forever. Let's put that in the memory hole. I guess to wrap up maybe some of this Bandcamp stuff, just in regards to the future, like, are you guys keeping, you know, subscription service for kind of your fans? Like, do you see this as a viable path in some capacity? Like, or are you guys just kind of like, no, we're going to keep doing our thing any way we take?
No, I think the subscription series is cool. We're going to start a new one because like what we decide, like doing an EP a month, that's like, we can't do that. Like that's too insane, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of bands will put out like 10 songs and it'll be like 2-3 years later and they put out 10 more. Like we were putting out, you know, it was just like the output was too high.
Yeah.
But I do want to, like, there's so many exciting and fun little things we can do with like a subscription idea that kind of came into focus through, I guess, just the whole pandemic life that we all lived. And so that was like, it's cool, or I guess, I don't know. Like, yeah, but definitely going to keep doing the subscription stuff, but we're going to change it.
All right.
That's so
great.
It's going to be slightly different, like not as like high output of new songs.
I'm looking forward to.
We got to have some quality control, you know?
Yeah.
And there's got to be some quality control.
But there's like 9 Unifactor tapes a year. We can get 9 Cloud Nothing songs a year.
yeah.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with in the future.
Yeah.
So.
Me too. We're going to be coming out west.
Oh, are you guys?
Yeah, in November.
Oh, wow.
We should be out there.
Are you hitting San Diego?
I honestly think we are.
Oh, really? Maddie, let's go, dude.
If you're in the soda bar or music box.
I think we're at Casbah.
The Casbah. Oh, brilliant. Oh, what a lovely spot. I will have to make my way down there.
Let's go, Maddie. That'd be sick.
I'll just let you know for sure. I have to look at the dates again, but it's coming up soon. I just like don't get like too attached to any idea of a tour, actually.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
You know,
for sure.
Canceled. But
this segues nicely, I think, into a question we've kind of wanted to ask a bit.
Yeah.
It can be answered both for Cloud Nothings and for the improv duos and stuff you've worked with. Just generally kind of like a sense of what is your ideal concert venue, the time you play, the setup, like what would be like the dream gig, I guess.
Oh, like what? Well, it would definitely be earlier.
4 p.m.
Like sometimes I never like playing late.
Does it ever affect you?
I don't like to play is rough, so I have to be earlier.
Yeah.
I like playing earlier. What was the rest of the question?
And then like your ideal kind of venue space, is it outdoors? Is it back of a bar? Like what kind of
well, in 2021, outdoors would be great.
Yeah.
A beautiful outdoor venue would be ideal.
Yeah.
Early sunset. No. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, what do you like performing more? I guess like improv, or would you like prefer? I don't know. Is it like different for when you're doing cloud nothings? Like
there's no choosing between them. I love writing like my punk bands. I love playing the punk drums in the punk bands. I love ripping like rock band drums like in cloud nothings.
Yeah.
I love just playing in the free realm like where it's just like do whatever you feel like.
I love that actually.
I love that. I mean, honestly, free is it's kind of like my favorite. Definitely.
Yeah.
You can't really mess up, and as long as you're listening.
So are you currently in any punk bands?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have 2.
Oh, really?
I just had a record come out on that label, Feel It.
Oh, really? Did you? Oh, wow! I didn't know that.
I got it sitting right here. Let me show you. It's sitting right here.
Yeah, I want to see.
Promises tape. I need to go grab it.
Wait, what's the?
It's this band. It's kind of insane looking.
Oh, hell yeah!
Wow, dude, that's sick.
The Glamazons is my punk band.
Dude, I didn't know you were in that.
I have another one called No So. We had a record come out this year. I don't want to find it right now, but yeah.
Hold on. Where can we find the No So record?
Yeah.
This label Drunken Sailor did it.
Oh, nice. I don't know, maybe.
It's like a UK label, but it's kind of like similar as Feel It or like Total Punk or labels like that. But
La Vida's Moose.
I'm gonna start working on finishing a new No So record, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, that's sick. Dude, Jayson, I didn't know you were in those punk bands. That's awesome. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I can't help myself. I just love making music.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
It is fun.
So anyways, we have a couple fan questions or listener questions. Should we jump into those?
Yeah.
All right. So the first one, actually, Maddie, you got the first one. Do you want to read it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this one comes from the Memphis, Tennessee punk band Big Clown, and specifically their drummer, who is wondering, Jayson, how do you maintain your cardio? You hit so fucking hard and fast, it just seems to power through it. Is there a secret sauce to it?
No, there's not. I don't know what to say. I play drums a lot. That's about it. Lots of practice.
Dude, it's really funny or really interesting because like in terms of like the cardio thing, there's like this dude at my work. He
in terms of the cardio.
Dude, it's funny because this guy always talks to me about it, and he's a professional drummer. Like he makes a lot of money just drumming. He plays in a Fleetwood Mac cover band, but they tour, bro. They tour. Isn't that crazy? They're called like
I need that sort of gig,
bro. They're called like Twisted Gypsy or something, and he just like yeah, and he just plays drums for this Fleetwood Mac cover band, and that's how he makes so much money, dude. He's like, yeah, dude, I just flew out to New York, and I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah,
they must be pretty good.
Yeah, they must be. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen them, but
pretty good.
I know like people from my work are like always like, are you gonna go see Milo play this weekend? Like,
I am.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'll be there at the county fair. Let's go. But it's funny though, because like he used to be in punk bands, and he was on like Fat Records back in the day. Do you guys know? You know that label, that like pop punk label? Yeah, so interesting. Anyways, dude, he actually played with the people from NoFX. Yeah.
Fat Records, like
what? Yeah, Fat Records. That yeah. He played. He is homies with the people in NoFX, and like he had like a side band with like some of those people or something. And dude, it's so crazy.
The Gimme Gimmes?
What was that?
Me first in the Gimme Gimmes?
I don't know if it's
NoFX cover band. I don't know.
No, it wasn't a cover. It was like a side project or something. Dude, I'll have to send it to you. But like, I was looking into it. I'm not really well versed in that. But like, I was like, wow, dude, Milo, I had no idea, dude. And he's like, yeah, I used to play like KXLU and all of like the stations around here. Anyways, sorry for the tangent, guys.
It's exhausting playing drums.
Yeah.
I mean, Drums are no joke.
Yeah. Anyways, another fan quote. What were you saying?
Also from the same fan, wondering how or why do the cymbals on the track Patterns Walks Coming From Here and Nowhere Else sound like that? Just how you achieve that.
Oh, well, that was some John Congleton magic. That's who produced that record. I remember him like I don't know what he did, but he made them sound like they were breaking. Like the cymbals were actually like metal being like hit too hard and smashing. Like this, yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know how he did it, but that was his idea of how it should be interpreted. So that's what happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a legend. So I'm sure whatever he did was kind of tricky.
So we have a person whose Instagram handle is Saltine Crackers, I believe. Yeah. And
what's he want?
They were like, they said, oh, bro, how do you play drums like that?
It's a real rough one. Take your time.
This is a rough one because this is the person that that our live streams with.
Oh, sick.
That's the guitarist. That's the guitarist in Ley Lines.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. How do you play guitar like that, Noah? That's my answer to that.
Hell yeah, Noah. We're going to have to get you on the show, Noah, so you can tell us how you do it. Anyways.
You should get him on the show. He's a legend. That'd
be sick. So Matt Rowland says, smiley face emoji. That's it.
We will.
That's it?
Yeah, just smiley face emoji.
Just that emoji right there. That's literally it. Just dropping that in the chat to confirm.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
There it is, Matt.
Hi,
Matt. Matt's a homie, dude. That guy's so chill.
I miss you. Yeah, no, I've known Matt for a long time. Jen and Matt are dear friends. I just saw them last weekend.
That's so sick. I want to see them at some point. I really hope they can come to California. That'd be amazing.
We gotta bring the trio out there.
Oh, really? Yeah, dude. Bring the trio out here. That'd be so sick.
Sweet? That'd be sweet.
It'd be so sick. And we could host you in Ventura or Santa Barbara or something, if you need.
All right. Well, I guess we're just going to come to Santa Barbara and we'll figure it out from there.
Let's do it. So here's another one. It says, favorite tour story. I guess from any tour. I don't know. Just an experience.
Honestly, right now, Tom, like he plays drums and Manas with fucking Tom Tedorji.
Yeah.
This whole last tour, anytime, because he'd find the bottle of booze in the green room, and anytime I'd see him, he'd just be like, "Shots." No. Anytime I saw him, he was just trying to do shots, and I missed that. Like, I wish I was just doing shots with Tom every night.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Tom Vermanis, dude.
Yeah, I love Tom. Shot.
Anyways, hopefully you're listening. Hopefully you're listening and you raise your shot glass.
Shots.
Anyways, so that's all. That does it for our listener questions. But we actually have, I guess, real fast before we go there. How can people keep up with all things Jayson Gerycz and I don't know, your music and your projects like Unifactor? What's the best way?
The best way, I guess, follow Unifactor and
buy those patches.
Update your Twitter account?
I don't even have a Twitter, right?
Unifactor doesn't update the Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll work on that.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Follow Unifactor on, I believe you guys have the Instagram. Follow the soon to be active Twitter. And there it is. Thanks, Jayson. We have one more question though. Do you want me to take it, Maddie? Do you want to take it? It's kind of
Thomas.
Okay. It's kind of the biggest one of the show, Jayson. Like, are you ready for it? It's kind of a doozy, dude.
What are you about to do to me?
It's like, yeah, dude. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to do it to you. So, a rat is going to jump into your mouth, and you can't stop it. Do you want this rat in your mouth head first, or do you want its butt in your mouth? And why?
Head first.
Why?
I just don't want its butt in my mouth. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the tail wouldn't be very pleasant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that tail would get me all choked up. I don't know.
Yeah. There it is.
Actually, I don't know. I hate this question.
It's a tough one, right?
Hey, what would you do?
What would I do? Dude, thank you for asking because nobody ever asks. Nobody asks it back. Let's see. I gotta think about it.
I think I would do head first, but
I think I would go butt first.
You would do.
I would go butt first.
Ew.
Yeah, it's a little gross, but like you can pet it on its head, hopefully calm it down. And then you can take it and put it underneath your hat, and then you have a ratatouille homie. And you can go and cook some 5-star food.
Wow.
That was good, huh?
That was good.
We have a lot of time to think about this. Maddie, what would you do? What would you do?
Yeah, Matt, what would you do?
So the truth is that I am just like rats. I've got a phobia of almost at this point. And if I'm like hearing any skirting outside when I'm around my house, because there are rats just around properties in California.
Yeah.
I get scared. We found rats in what is it? Friggin' grills just hanging out in boxes. And at any point, I feel like they could jump in my mouth and it would be head first. And I would aggressively be biting and ripping the crap out of that rat. And probably thinking, I don't think it would be just a disaster.
Ozzy, dude.
Head first, though.
It would be head first, then. I just know.
I think I honestly envision the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It would be not cool. I don't want to talk about it, but
you just gotta
handle it.
You just gotta pull an Aussie, bro, and just crunch that, and it's over. You know what I'm saying?
I got this new cat that's been like, oh, she's adorable, but she keeps killing mice and bringing them to the door.
That's dope. That's dope.
Like really. I know she's doing it just to, be like. I think it's a present,
Yeah, isn't that what they say? It's like a present for like the owner or something.
Man, it's like really fucked up. Like it's like 1 or 2 a day.
That many? Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'm like, you need to chill. But
yeah,
she doesn't know what I'm saying, and she thinks she's doing the right thing, and I guess maybe she is. But anyway, the rat that you were envisioning. How big was this rat?
It depends on the person
that I have to put in my mouth,
Do you want the actual answer? You know what I envision?
Yeah, I want to know how big the rat is. Like, are we talking about New York subway? Like,
yeah, that's what I usually tell people.
What kind of rat?
We usually tell people a New York like subway rat. You know what I'm saying?
If we're trying to be nice, it's a white lab mouse.
Yeah, it really depends on like the situation.
Whoa, what situation are we in right now?
So I would say sewer rat, subway rat, because that's usually my go-to.
Oh, that's fucked up, man. Either way, like, but I would not be putting that thing's tail in my mouth if it's that big of a rat.
Yeah. That's a long tail, dude. That's a lot of tail you got to put in your mouth.
Yeah, you're going to have to swallow that tail before it's ass.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's a disturbing question.
Thanks for answering it, Jayson. We know it's a tough one.
Yeah, thanks for asking, I guess.
So I guess that's all we have, dude. I think that brought us to the end.
Yeah, we did it.
We really did it.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks to everybody for tuning in to TBD on KCSB FM 91.9 every Tuesday, 8 to 10 p.m. and NetNet Radio every Saturday, 4 p.m. Be sure to tune in next week and drop us a follow at TBD Presents. And also, it's a new schedule, so TBD may be changing its showtime, so just stay tuned.